I want to take a moment and interrupt your scrolling to let you know that you're awesome. You're wonderful. And you're fantastic. And I've gone through 2 months of chaos. And I'm not going to talk about what the world is going through. My personal chaos was about 2 months ago. I decided that I listened to somebody telling me that I'm an absolutist. And I thought about what that was, and I decided that I needed to be more accepting of people and more in tune with where they're at, respectful of where they're at in life right now. And so I want to tell you that you're in a perfect place. I love you right where you're at. I accept you exactly the way you are. And from that chaos, that was a big turn for me. And I wanted to make connections with that. And suddenly everybody went away with social distancing, so I couldn't stand there and accept anybody. The one that I actually ended up connecting with is my mother-in-law. She's in her 80s. Medically, she couldn't drive for a while. And so I got my time at driving her to church, of all places, because she needed to go to church every day, even though there was no mass. But that's where God is. Well, okay, I'm into accepting. I'm into respecting. So we start having conversations. We're also taking her to my house to be in the pool because her community pool was closed. But I start respecting and accepting, and our favorite subject ended up to be religion. God. She loves to talk about God. And I said, you're not fearful. Everybody else is cleaned out of the church. You're not fearful of sitting in the church. And she said, I don't have any fear. She said, you either believe in fear or you believe in God. So much for my absoluteness. You either believe in fear or you believe in God. And I know that if God wants me to have something, and she's pointing to heaven, if God wants me to have something, I'm going to have it regardless of where I'm at. And if God doesn't want me to have it, I'm not going to have it regardless of where I'm at. And I thought to myself, wow, that's what I've been teaching in mind, in metaphysics, is that if I have it in mind, I have it. And if I don't, I don't. So we kind of high-fived each other. And then I hear her, as I'm driving, I see her with her palm up. I said, what's up? She said, I have a hard time understanding how he can have the whole world in his palm. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's a little insane. I said to her, we're never going to understand God totally. It's way beyond our comprehension. And she said, yeah. And I thought to myself, well, I don't understand how it gets from my mind to out there, how it becomes mind in action, that I believe that God in mind is God, God is mind. But I also know that everything out there is God in action, and I don't know how all of that works. All I do know is that it's all in the palm of my mind. It's all in the palm of my mind. So we high-fived again. I mean, we're actually connecting. From chaos, which has always been our life. This is the lady who every Mother's Day I offered to give a one-way ticket to anywhere in the world. Now we're connecting. And last, we start talking about heaven and hell. And she tells me, well, yeah, I go to church, and that's one of the reasons she goes to church every week, is because it's her ticket to heaven. It's your words and your thoughts and your actions, and that's what she's telling me. That's what I say every Sunday up here when I'm up here. It's thoughts and words and actions. And that's going to get her to heaven. She knows that. And it's going to keep her from spending an eternity in hell. And then I go back to Science of Mind, to Ernest Holmes, and one of his greatest contributors was John Milton from the 1600s, the poet, the theologist, who said, there's only mind. There's the only place and the only time is mind, right here, right now. And he said, remember that that you have the power to make heaven out of hell. You have the power to make heaven out of hell. But you also have the power to make hell out of heaven. And it's all in the now. Right here, right now. And I'm here to tell you that you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're fabulous, exactly the way you are. And please let the presidents and the governors know that I need hugs. Take it on, but bring me some hugs and let's move on.